City Co-Living is the first tenant-centric co-living brand to be created in the UK. We've created it exclusively in-house and it's aimed at the core rental demographic of 18 to 30-year-olds, the same people that make up the biggest rental market in the UK. And it's all about making the residents that live with us feel that they are part of something bigger than just the place that they live. It's about making them feel that they're not a faceless tenant, they're not just the person in flat 234. They're here for an experience, and it's not about renting for as long as you have to, but more living for as long as you want to with us. Our plan is that this won't only be a fantastic brand that people can affiliate with, but it'll also redefine what it means to rent in the UK as a modern renter. So we've created City Co-Living because renting in the UK has changed. It's now a very fundamental lifestyle choice for a lot of young people. It's no longer a means to an end while people save up for massive mortgages. People are choosing to rent for long periods of their life and well into adulthood. The average age of a first-time buyer is now into the 40s, and there just isn't the level of adequate, high-quality accommodation out there that really meets the needs of these people that want self-contained, compact, single-occupancy homes that gives them that flexibility. It's not about just having a gym on a top floor or a concierge that's there for a few hours a day. It's about having real spaces with real purpose that are versatile and can be used by residents under their own steam. It's about having community managers in the building who are there for their well-being. It's about having community managers who are there to bring people together and to create that socialisation. Co-living in the UK is nothing new. In fact, it's been around probably for the last 30 years. The difference is that co-living as it exists at the moment is really HMOs or glorified HMOs. What we're aiming to do with City Co-Living is provide compact, single occupancy apartments, studios or one beds, and then provide a wealth of amenity on top of that, whether that be cinema rooms, private dining rooms, even shared kitchens when people do want to come together and cook, gyms, games rooms, yoga studios, co-work space. The way we live and work as a society has become much more fluid, and the lines between live and work have become much more blurred, and there aren't the spaces available for people who are living in apartment buildings at the moment to really live that full experiential-led life. When it comes to the City Co-Living model, this isn't just something we've stumbled upon. Through our in-house lettings business, we talk to between 5,000 and 10,000 new potential tenants every single month, and they're all telling us the same thing. They want these small, compact, most importantly affordable homes that they can live in and then have all this amenity on their doorstep. They want to have a community rather than communal living, communal spaces. Residents don't just want spaces where the lights come on when they walk in. They want these spaces to be constantly full of life and then have the option as to whether they engage with it or not. That's one of the key parts about having community managers run these buildings and not just normal general managers. These people are there to bring people out of their homes and get people to integrate. The UK has one of the biggest proportion of people living here from overseas. If you're coming here from overseas, you want that turnkey, instant community that you can be part of and feel at home. And that's really important when it comes to co-living. That community essence is there, and it's not just about spaces that are there to tick a box or to please a developer or to rub the ego of an architect. It's about really providing spaces that these people can feel a part of their home and that they can enjoy. City Co-Living is different to PRS for a number of reasons. First of all, it's important to say that PRS schemes have created a great standard within the market. They've certainly brought up the standard of accommodation that's available now in our city centres. However, what PRS doesn't do is provide that really key part of co-living, which is community. Yes, there's gyms. Yes, there's often workspace. Yes, there's often a lobby or a residence lounge, but those spaces have no life in them. If there's concierge, they're normally skeleton staff. If there are other people working in the building, they're coming and going. People are very much left to their own devices. These are the buildings that I'm talking about where you walk in and the lights come on. These aren't the ones that have people in them all the time. And when you walk in after a hard day, you could just inject yourself into a conversation or go and join an event that's happening. They're quite cold, and they've definitely been created for a different type of renter. Most PRS developments actually focus on larger units as well, so they'll have a higher percentage of 2 beds, for example. What we see again from the number of inquiries that we get every month into our business is that this isn't what modern renters want. 2 beds mean that they often have to share or that they are paying more than they want to for their properties. That's the problem we're trying to remedy with City Co-Living. It's giving these people these small compact homes whilst also giving them all of those facilities, but with the community on top of it that is so important for people renting nowadays. On average, PRS developments only allocate 0.9 square metres per habitable property to amenity and facility space. In City Co-Living, this number is going to be closer to 5 square metres per habitable property. That shows the difference in not only the vast number of facilities that City Co-Living buildings will have, but the size of them as well. It's not about having a token shared kitchen or a token cinema room or a token gym that can cater to 5 people that a building is built for 200 people. It's about having facilities that if those 200 people all wanted to use them, they could. The key demographic that City Co-Living is aimed at, 18 to 30-year-olds, are not only the biggest rental market in the UK, but they're one of the biggest consumers of brands in the UK as well, and globally. The people that we're talking to don't just want to buy a product, they want a brand that they can affiliate with, that they can trust in, and that they can have a long-term relationship with. Our target market are looking for an emotional connection with brands. They're looking for brands that are authentic, truthful, honest, deliver on what they say they're going to deliver, and ultimately is going to offer them more than just somewhere to live. To be a disruptor within this market, it's not enough just to come out with a new product that we say is different. We visually have to look different as well. Property is a very traditional market. It hasn't changed a lot in the last 500 years. Other traditional brands in similar sectors like banking and insurance have come in and they've really changed the game, again, visually. Brands like Monzo, Tide, Starling have all disrupted the banking market and appeal to this younger demographic of consumers. They're the people that we're trying to tap into as well. So not only will our product be different operationally, but visually we want to be as recognisable and as identifiable as Apple. If you walk into a City Co-Living building in Sheffield or you walk into a City Co-Living building in Manchester, you should know where you are instantaneously. For an investor, this brand building exercise is really important because the more that our consumer affiliates with our brand, the more they'll want to buy, the longer they'll want to stay, and the higher yields that investors will earn.